Hey everybody, it's Allie with Cruise Blog. Today I'm going to be talking about Royal Caribbean's new party ships, and I'll be comparing Wonder of the Seas to the brand new Utopia of the Seas. Let's dig into how these two ships compare for Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean is pushing the boundaries when it comes to weekend getaway cruises, offering more short Caribbean sailings on its newest and biggest ships. Last year, the cruise line introduced Utopia of the Seas as its newest Oasis-class vessel in Port Canaveral, Florida. Royal Caribbean branded Utopia of the Seas as the world's biggest weekend, offering short 3-night and 4-night cruises to the Bahamas. The newest party cruise ship is packed with onboard thrills, modern amenities, and nonstop parties. While most cruise lines designate their older and smaller ships to sail on shorter party-focused itineraries, Royal Caribbean has flipped the script with Utopia of the Seas. The strategy proved to be a huge success, leading Royal Caribbean to transition another Oasis-class ship to short Caribbean cruises. Now, Wonder of the Seas is Miami's new weekend wonder, with weekend getaway cruises year-round. Last month, I set sail aboard Wonder of the Seas for her first 4-night cruise to the Bahamas. You'd think that sailing on two Oasis-class vessels on identical itineraries would be similar experiences, but that really wasn't the case. Here's how Royal Caribbean's newest party ships compare, from the late-night parties to the extensive dining scene and the awe-inspiring entertainment. First, let's compare these two ships overall. Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas are sister ships in Royal Caribbean's Oasis class. These are among the biggest cruise ships in the world. In addition, Oasis-class ships are some of the most technologically advanced and innovative cruise ships in the industry. The two sister vessels are only 2 years apart in age, with Wonder of the Seas being slightly older. While Utopia of the Seas debuted last year in 2024, Wonder of the Seas was built in 2022. When comparing their size, both ships are nearly identical. Wonder of the Seas is only slightly smaller at 235,600 gross tons, while Utopia of the Seas is technically bigger at 236,470 gross tons. Both vessels have 18 passenger decks and measure around 1,200 feet long. In addition, Wonder of the Seas has a double occupancy of 5,734 passengers. Comparatively, Utopia of the Seas holds slightly fewer with 5,668 guests. Both vessels can feel quite crowded when sailing at capacity, although their thoughtful designs help alleviate crowding and bottlenecks. Not to mention, Utopia of the Seas is Royal Caribbean's first LNG-powered cruise ship. By using liquefied natural gas, Utopia of the Seas debuted as the most sustainable cruise ship in Royal Caribbean's fleet. Currently, Utopia of the Seas offers 3-night and 4-night cruises to the Bahamas from Port Canaveral, Florida. On the other hand, Wonder of the Seas is currently sailing the same short Caribbean itineraries, but from Miami, Florida. Now let's compare the design and the neighborhoods on board. One of the most iconic features of Royal Caribbean's Oasis class is the concept of having different neighborhoods. Instead of feeling like one massive ship, these vessels are like floating cities. All Oasis-class ships are broken into 8 themed areas on board. Each neighborhood has its own unique vibe, which is reflected by the activities, restaurants, and amenities available. Both Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas have the same 8 neighborhoods, and that includes the Royal Promenade, Central Park, the Boardwalk, the Pool and Sports Zone, the Entertainment Place, the Youth Zone, the Vitality Spa and Fitness, and the Suite Neighborhood. In terms of design, Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas feature a very similar modern decor and ambiance. In my opinion, Utopia of the Seas has brighter and bolder colors throughout the ship, which is likely because Royal Caribbean really wanted to lean into that vibrant party vibe. Now let's compare the specialty and complimentary dining options. Oasis-class ships have upwards of 20 different dining venues and experiences, including a variety of complimentary and specialty dining. During both of my cruises on Royal Caribbean's newest party ships, dining was definitely one of the highlights. To start, both Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas have numerous specialty dining options, so much so that you'll probably run out of time to try everything during a short weekend cruise. You can find the following specialty restaurants on both Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas, including Chops Grill, Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Wine Bar, Izumi, 150 Central Park, Hooked Seafood, Johnny Rockets, Playmaker Sports Bar and Arcade, and Mason Jar. There are a few differences in specialty dining though. While Wonder of the Seas has Wonderland, Utopia of the Seas features the walk-up Izumi in the Park sushi stand and the immersive dining experience Royal Railway Utopia Station. With so many specialty restaurants to choose from, I decided to splurge. I love Royal Caribbean specialty restaurants, and Oasis class ships are a foodie's paradise. During my Utopia of the Seas cruise, I tried 3 specialty restaurants, including Mason Jar, Giovanni's Italian Kitchen, and Chops Grill. Our meals at Giovanni's Italian Kitchen and Chops Grill were both standouts, while Mason Jar left us feeling slightly disappointed. Similarly, I returned for another delicious meal at Chops Grill when I boarded Wonder of the Seas, and I opted for a different specialty restaurant at Izumi. Both specialty dining experiences were excellent and well worth the added cost. In addition, both Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas have standard Royal Caribbean restaurants included in the cost of your cruise, including the main dining room, the Windjammer Buffet, Sorrento's Pizza, Cafe Promenade, the Boardwalk Doghouse, and Park Cafe. I was very happy with all the complimentary dining across the board during both of my cruises. However, there is one unique option, and that's the spare tire on Utopia of the Seas. This is a food truck concept with complimentary grab-and-go snacks on the pool deck. After trying the spare tire once, I was disappointed by the selection of snacks, which were reminiscent of a gas station. In my opinion, this eatery is nothing to write home about. Now let's compare the staterooms during my 2 cruises. During my party cruises aboard Wonder of the Seas and Utopia of the Seas, I booked the cheapest interior cabin. Although I expected these cabin experiences to be identical, considering Wonder of the Seas is only 2 years older than Utopia, this really wasn't the case. I had a noticeably better cabin experience on Utopia of the Seas. This cabin was far more spacious with a couch for sitting and additional storage. The layout was also notably better with more space. In comparison, our cabin on Wonder of the Seas felt more compact without any chairs or couches for seating. The AC was also temperamental, so we relied on a floor fan to keep the cabin cool at night. Both cabins featured modern designs and amenities though, including extra connectivity with additional outlets and plugs. Most importantly, both of my cabins were very quiet, so I slept well at night. Now let's compare the entertainment on board. Oasis-class vessels have some of the world's best entertainment at sea. From the ice skating spectacles in Studio B to the gravity-defying dives and stunts in the Aqua Theater, the entertainment is unmatched. Overall, you can expect to find the same style of entertainment on both Utopia and Wonder of the Seas. In the Aqua Theater, you'll enjoy similar productions with synchronized swimmers, high divers, and acrobatics. On Wonder of the Seas, you can enjoy an all-woman cast during the production show Intense. Similarly, Utopia of the Seas has Aqua 82 as its main production show. Both productions were so mesmerizing that I actually attended a second time during both of my cruises. Additionally, you can experience incredible ice skating performances in Studio B on both of these cruise ships. These shows feature Olympic-style ice skating stunts that are sure to leave you speechless. Utopia of the Seas showcases the Utopia ice performance, while Wonder of the Seas has 365 the seasons on ice. More production shows can be enjoyed in the Royal Theater, although you won't find any Broadway shows on either vessel. Wonder of the Seas features the family-friendly, technically heavy Effectors 2 Crash and Burn, while Utopia of the Seas includes All In. While both were entertaining, I preferred Utopia's All In headliner show because it had more modern music and it was a little bit more adult-focused. Of course, you can partake in plenty of karaoke, interactive game shows, and competitive rounds of trivia. The daily agendas are packed with itineraries and events to keep you busy. And now let's compare those late-night parties on board. Both cruise ships lean heavily into the weekend party vibes, as you might expect. In this way, you can expect to find plenty of late-night parties and themed gatherings on board. Starting from the sail-away party on the pool deck, you can party every night of your cruise. During my Wonder of the Seas cruise, I attended multiple parties, including the Plunge Pool Day Party, the Silent Toga Party, and Bring the Beat Back, a party through the decades. I also attended the Royal Kappa Chi Party, which was a college-themed get-together. All of these parties were well attended and energetic without feeling too rowdy or out of control. Similarly, Utopia of the Seas is packed with parties, many of which are also offered on Wonder of the Seas. The Silent Toga Party was first introduced actually on Utopia and continues to be one of the best parties offered. Similarly, you can attend the same Royal Kappa Chi Throwback Collegiate Party, the Sail-Away Pool Party, and the Vegas-style Plunge Pool Party on Utopia of the Seas. Either way, there is no shortage of partying on either ship. So which Royal Caribbean party ship is better? I had an incredible time on both Utopia of the Seas and Wonder of the Seas. With a heavy emphasis on partying, each cruise drew a lively, high-energy crowd. Luckily, the atmosphere never felt out of control or rowdy, which I really appreciated. With so much to do that appeals to everyone, even multi generational travelers, you can't go wrong with either Oasis class ship. For example, I cruised on Utopia of the Seas with my husband, my parents, my aunt and uncle, and my grandparents, while I cruised on Wonder of the Seas with my best friend. Regardless of the ship's party focus, everyone had a fantastic time during the cruises. I wouldn't hesitate to book another cruise on either ship. However, I already have another cruise booked on Utopia of the Seas for this winter. This embarkation port is simply more convenient to me in Port Canaveral, and I preferred the more modern amenities and design of the stateroom. In addition, Utopia of the Seas offers a few more unique dining options that you won't find on Wonder of the Seas, including Utopia Station. All right, everybody, that is all we have for today. Comment below if you've sailed on either of these ships and which ship you prefer. That's all we have for today, and be sure to like and subscribe to Cruise Blog so that you can be notified every time we have a new video. Until next time, this has been Allie, and happy cruising.